At today's cabinet session, the Croatian government formally made the decision on the next presidential elections, which will be held on Sunday, December 28th. Public Administration Minister Arsen Bauk confirmed that candidates will have 12 days from next Monday to collect 10,000 signatures in support of their candidacy. A runoff, if necessary, will be held on Sunday, January 11th. He also confirmed that the candidate with the most votes in the first round will receive 1 million Croatian kuna in compensation for expenses, and that candidates that receive 10% of the vote will also receive compensation. 8 million kuna have been earmarked for covering electoral costs and campaign expenses. Meanwhile, 127 representatives from 17 Croatian trade unions that collected signatures for a referendum against the outsourcing of ancillary work in the public sector gathered outside of the government building this morning. They handed over an open letter to Prime Minister Zoran Milanovic in which they demand to know why the verification procedure has already taken 127 days. They're also demanding that a decision forbidding new hires in the public sector be revoked. On the first morning after his release from investigative custody, Zagreb Mayor Milan Bandic returned to his routine of an early morning jog at a track near his home. However, he was not willing to make any statements for the press. Bandic, facing a raft of corruption charges, was released on a record bail of 15 million Croatian kuna. At this point, it is uncertain as to who is supposed to supervise the mayor and ensure that he does not violate the conditions of his release and attempt to contact the roughly 100 witnesses involved in the case. Some legal scholars believe that this is the responsibility of the police, while the Interior Ministry said the police have no purview in this matter. In conjunction with commemorations marking Vukovar Remembrance Day, wreaths were laid and candles were lit at the site of the Velepromet detention camp today. About 10,000 soldiers and civilians passed through the camp when Vukovar fell to Serb forces in 1991. 700 were killed or remain missing. Commemorations are also being held for the victims of the Ovčara massacre, where on November 20th, 1991, Serb forces killed 200 wounded soldiers or civilians taken from the Vukovar hospital the day before. In an interview with the American Business News Network, CNBC, Josef Šimola, the CFO of the Hungarian oil corporation MOL, said that it will gladly sell its stock in the Croatian oil and gas company INA if it does not succeed in reaching a deal with the Croatian government. He said that INA had to be run as a profitable company and that MOL wanted to maintain its controlling share. Another U.S.-based news agency, Bloomberg, reported that the American Klesch Group is interested in buying MOL's 49.1% share in INA. In sports, in Continental Hockey League action last night, Zagreb's Medveščak suffered its 19th loss this season in a home match against Dinamo Minsk. The score was 5-2. And finally, the weather forecast for the rest of the day. Skies will be mostly sunny with entirely clear skies in Dalmatia. However, fog will persist in some inland regions. Occasional moderate bore winds will blow on the coast, while moderate to strong northwesterly winds will be more frequent on the open seas in the central and southern Adriatic. The sea surface will be generally only slightly wavy, and visibility will be excellent. Today's high temperatures will generally range from 7 to 11 degrees Celsius inland and from 14 to 17 degrees on the coast and adjacent regions. Over the next days, conditions inland will be cooler than today, with morning temperatures at around freezing. Lowland valleys can expect long-lasting and even all-day fog or low-hanging clouds, with daytime temperatures not rising significantly. Clear skies will predominate on the coast, accompanied by mostly light winds. However, there is a high chance of local patches of fog already tomorrow on the open sea of the northern Adriatic, and later elsewhere, even on the mainland coast.